Hello and happy Thursday, Vital Women. I am so excited to be here with you on our first Q&A together. I know a lot of you are working and it wasn't conducive for you guys. I was hoping this would be kind of like a lunch break that we could kind of jump on and quickly go over some questions. But if that doesn't work out, we can look at another time frame, but no problem at all. It's being recorded, so you guys have actually did your homework, sent me questions. I have lots of good stuff to go over. And you get to watch it at your leisure. So this is being recorded. It'll be sent to you. You'll be able to watch it whenever it's conducive for you. So that might just work out better for everybody because I know we all have different schedules and this just might work out perfectly. So let's check it out. Let's see how it goes. And you guys give me feedback and let me know. So first and foremost, I just want to thank you. Thank you, ladies, for being here. Thank you for your support, your trust. Thank you for showing up for yourself. And, everyone's here for a different reason. But I think ultimately, at the end of the day, we're all here because we want something better for ourselves. We want to learn how to navigate through this thing called life, maybe a little bit better. And, oops, sorry. Okay, sorry. I had an incoming phone call that just kicked me right off. So, anyways, but we're all looking to try and navigate through this thing called life a little bit better and to show up for ourselves, for our families, our friends, the world a little bit better, how to give to ourselves, and not be the last person on our own list and all kinds of good things like that. So I know that you're all here for different purposes, but at the end of the day, I hope you are getting what it is that your heart desires and that you're showing up for yourself. So, number one, thank you. I truly appreciate you. And also, I apologize for the tech issues. We've been having some tech issues here with the emails. So, if you are one of the people that unfortunately got like 13 emails in a row, yeah, my sincerest apologies. We've got, tech issues going on that we are really diligently working on. So my sincerest apologies. I just feel terrible when I saw that, and you've gotten some misinformation. So we're getting that squared away. So thank you for bearing with us as we navigate through this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I have questions, and I haven't gotten like the okay to use anyone's name. And moving forward, if you have questions and you're totally okay using your name, let me know. But since I don't nobody said, oh, please go ahead and use my name, and I didn't ask for it, I'm just going to give questions and you guys will know what question is yours. But in the future, if you want to let me use your name, then feel free, but there's zero obligation to do that. Questions are good enough. So I got some really good questions that I'm excited to address and attend to. um, so the first question that I got that I just really it was a really beautiful question that turned into something different. And um, so one of the women in the group had a question, and more than a question, she was sharing from module one. And she said that she really liked, and hopefully you guys remember this, the turning on the light in a dark room analogy, where you turn the light on and you're able to see things that you hadn't seen before. And suddenly like there's some light that shined on it. And she just explained to me that she's kind of like been recognizing the things that have been hiding and talking to me and explained about what she is allowing herself to see and the work that she's doing around that. And I was just so proud of her for sharing that and to see, the illumination that's happening through the process. And then she explained to me something that was interesting. I've known this woman for a very, 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 very long time. And she explained to me, and it just sparked something within me that I really want to share with all of you, because she explained to me something that she sees in herself. And not that it's a negative, but it, it doesn't illuminate who she truly is. So she explained this thing that she was kind of like, oh, I recognize this about myself and I'm trying to like find a way to navigate through it. And I thought, wow, that made me stop in my tracks, because as we're doing this work and as we're allowing ourselves to uncover, right, to dust away, to shine light on the things that we want to work on, to grow and expand and to just evolve as a human, I really want to make sure that not only are we wiping the dust off of those things and illuminating those things that we really want to dive into and heal and create and things like that, but that we're also recognizing the amazing light that is already within us that maybe we don't allow ourselves to recognize. This, when she explained this to me, I thought, wow, that is so powerful because she saw something that I was like, gosh, honey, I've never seen that in you. Like, I know you might see that in yourself, but you're the antithesis of that. You're the complete opposite of that. Like you have this bright, beautiful light. And I was just like, wow, we really need as women too to recognize the beauty within us, our strengths within us, maybe the hidden qualities about us that quietly hide, right, in the crevices of our soul. And we don't truly recognize and see it in ourselves, but those that are close to us would be like, oh gosh, yeah, she's amazing. She's wonderful. She's kind. She's energetic, whatever it is. But that we allow ourselves to recognize those things too, that is just important as the other. And I was so glad that she brought this to my attention because it made me want to ask you guys to do a little homework assignment. Simple. Don't be scared. And I would love for you to ask 1 to 3 people in your life that you respect and that you love and you care about, and just say, hey, you know what? I'm taking a course. Can I ask you a question? What is it about me that like that's a quality that you admire or that you love? Like when you think about me, what do you think about? And just say, I've taken a course. She's making us ask this question. I'm not just going to give me all the accolades, but ask this question, um, and just see what you get. Ask a few people. Just say, what are the things that you see in me that maybe I don't see in myself? And if you're just completely uncomfortable with that homework assignment, then I encourage you to sit in a quiet space and ask yourself, what is that little thing within you? What is that light within you that you're not allowing yourself to recognize? That maybe you suppress, that maybe you snuff out because you don't feel worthy of it. It feels too big. It feels too whatever, right? What is that? What is that part of you that might be shrinking or unrecognized or just has a lot of clutter on top of it so that you're not able to bear witness to it? What could that be? So I just thought that's a really powerful thought and question. And I hope that you guys take time to do that and ask those questions and make sure not only are you uncovering that stuff, but that you're uncovering the light within you, the things that maybe you're like, gosh, I didn't realize that. And I am that. Wow, I didn't recognize that. And I'd like to evolve that. And I'd like to maybe own that a little more. So food for thought. I just thank you for that question. That was beautiful. Or really rather, thank you for just bearing witness to your what you're going through. Appreciate you for that. The second question I had was, I had somebody ask me to clarify mindfulness and living unconsciously. So this is where like land or be where your feet are. This is where that why this premise is so important. Um, and I wanted to address this because this is a really, really important question. And so for so many reasons, but specifically in this day and age that we're in right now. So I wanted to give you some really clear examples. So have you ever been, because we've all done this, I can't be the only one, where you've been driving, right? And you're on the road and you're on your way somewhere and you get to your destination and you think, how the hell did I just get here? Who was driving? I don't even remember the roads I took. Like, how many of you have done that where you get somewhere and think, oh God, that's kind of scary. I don't remember how I got here because you were so deep in here, right? That you just were completely unconscious of the motion that you were going through. Or maybe you went the wrong way and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm on autopilot. I completely went the wrong way. Or another one that I think everyone can probably um, have experienced, like maybe you're in a room with just one person, or it could be a group of people and they're talking. Maybe you're watching a TV show or a movie or the radio, and you realize all of a sudden, I have no idea what this person's saying. I have no idea what just happened on this show. I have no idea what that radio just said because, again, you're so deep in here that you're completely unaware of what's going on in the physical here and now moment. And that is a prime example of living unconsciously. So when I talked about Dr. Dr. Langer, the Harvard researcher, when I talked about her research, this is what she talked about: how most people are living unconsciously. Unconsciously. I just found that amazing. Most people are living unconsciously. And how often can we maybe bear witness to us ourselves being unconscious, right? And the importance of living intentionally, like consciously living, being present, being where your feet are. That's why I always say, be where your feet are. Because if you're here in this here and now moment, right, then you're bearing witness, you're being present to the people in your space, to your family, your friends, your job, whatever it is that you're doing at that moment, you're bearing witness and you're being present, right? You're co-creating in your own life. And it just makes living so much better and fuller. Because here's the thing, if you're not living intentionally, and then you're just really letting life pass you by, right? You're just allowing life to pull you, and it's leading. You're just like a dog on a leash, right? You're just you're just pulling. And you're not intentionally taking the time to say, this is the life I choose. This is who the people I choose to be with. These are the things I choose to do. You might be just getting carried away with life pulling you. And that's why conscious living, mindful living, is so important, because it plays a role into every aspect of our lives. So I thought that was a really, really important question. Um, and also, that reminds me too, if you have specific questions or want references to anything that I talk about, when you're in your portal, you can go to resources, and I have a complete reference guide to most of the things that I talk about in this course. I also have support and helplines. I have all kinds of good information. So definitely check out the Resource Center. I've got a free handout for you guys that you can have. There's definitely things to take a look at. Also, another good reminder while I'm thinking about this is, depending upon which program you purchase. So if you purchase anything above the standard, you also have extra perks that you get. So maybe it's the AI coach, maybe it's that you get one-on-one coaching with me, or frequency balancing, or motion code and EFT. So if you have those, make sure you're using those services that come with your package that make this experience that much better. And if you're someone who's like, gosh, I didn't get those things, but I'm interested in them, you can always upgrade by going to courses and going to a la carte. So if you ever like, I really would love to have that AI, that would be super helpful, an AI coach to help me along with this. Or, I'd really love those guided meditations. I hear they're really great, or whatever. You can always get those too. Okay, so the next question I was asked on module 2, I was asked if you can use multiple exercises at a time. This is a great question, and absolutely you can use multiple exercises at a time. So this is on module 2, which we just did this week. And these are on the different things like humming and different breath work and different, the neurovascular hold and things like that. I highly, highly encourage you to find the things that resonate with you most and create like a personal um, calm package for yourself, because everything works different for everybody. I'm a big believer that everything is not for everybody. And that's a big reason why I give you guys so many different options to choose from, because you got to find what works for you. Because if I just said, oh, here's 2 things you can use for calm, and neither of those 2 things resonate with you or feel good to you, then I do a disadvantage. But if I give you 8 things, right, then you have things you can pick and choose from. Decide, this is what I'm going to, like I said in the video, wear my personal holster and take with me as my personal toolkit. And these are the things that I don't want to use. So these are some, you know, some of these things, all of them are things that are tried and true that I have personally used, but I absolutely have certain go-to things that I use all the time. And I definitely use things in conjunction with one another. So neurovascular holds always one of my go-to points. Deep breath work, meditation, and you haven't learned this yet, but I do a butterfly hold. So, which is like a tapping, a bilateral tapping that I do. Um, and I do some energy medicine. So I combine all kinds of things together. So absolutely whatever you like, use them all. Find a way that, you're like, okay, these are the three things I really like, and I'll just do all three and check in with yourself. Like, how do you feel before you do those three things? If you're encountering something stressful and you're thinking, oh gosh, I'm stressed. I can feel like I'm feeling anxious or whatever. Try these tools, check in with yourself before, check in with yourself after, and see how things have moved, see how the needle has moved and how you feel calmer, because these tools are amazing. So learning them is wonderful, but if you're not using them, then you're doing yourself a disservice. So definitely try them on, use them daily, get used to them, like make them become habits for you, because it really does change the balance that you feel in your everyday life. It really does create just a difference in your mental well-being for sure. I can testify for that. I've done almost 20 years of research and trying and working with other people, and it makes a tremendous difference. So definitely give that a try. Okay, the next question I had was, do we need to submit our workbooks? No, so your workbooks, what submit what you've written in your workbooks. I apologize. So this is a great question. So no, what you write in your workbooks is your personal private information. I don't have any access to that. But yeah, that's absolutely for you and you alone. If there's something that you wanted to process through more, you can absolutely schedule a coaching session one-on-one. If you're like, I'm a little stuck on this, you can use the AI coach. But yeah, that's definitely for you and your purposes. And I don't have any access to that. So hopefully that answers the question. Oh, that reminds me too. We just added a journal to the course. So everybody has access to this. This is kind of like a thank you that I'm giving to everybody. We added a journal. So when you go into watch your modules, if you're like, oh, I just watched a module and I wanted to make a note of something, you can type it in there and make a note, have a subject title, and just use that throughout the course. So that's a little freebie that you get. So hopefully you're able to watch this and see that awesome little nugget. Okay, so let's see, where are we? The next question, one of our lovely participants said, and I just love this so much, and I'm so glad she said this. She said she really felt that the questions in the workbook, because she's going through her workbook, had awakened a part of her that she didn't realize. Um, and that she said, for example, she wrote about things she didn't realize she was worried about and things she didn't realize she was holding on to. And she said it was really powerful for her. And I am just bravo. I'm so thankful and proud of you for doing the work, because truly the workbooks are where the magic happens. The videos are informational and it helps you to get through, but the workbooks is where you deepen that awareness, that connection, that understanding. And trust within yourself. So I love that you asked this question. So thank you. Not that you asked it, but you shared. I'm so thankful for that, because this is really important. If you're going through the modules, but you're only watching, you aren't getting the full benefit of what is really here for you. So make sure that you take the time to really create that connection and awareness, understanding within yourself. Because here's the thing, that this work is not easy, right? It takes time. You have to show up for yourself. You have to create time and space, and those aren't easy things for busy women. So I completely understand that, but I applaud you all that are doing the work, because it's so important and it will absolutely change the course of your life if you allow it to. So for anyone who maybe just hasn't they're busy, they haven't gotten a chance to pick up the workbook yet or start the workbook yet, this is your gentle reminder and your gentle nudge to definitely make sure you take time to create space for yourself. And it could be as simple as, like, if you want to break it up, work on the workbook 5 minutes a day, you know, or take like a 45-minute little chunk out of your weekend and work on it. But this is just something that really help you, because like she said, there's things that sometimes we don't know about ourselves that may be dormant, that maybe we're just not allowing ourselves to see, that are maybe is creating walls or barriers around things in our life and isn't allowing us to fully live or to fully express or to fully engage the way we would truly want to in life. So these things are really important to take time when you do this workbook, really truly take time to give yourself um, that thought, that depth, that connection, super important. So thank you for this question. I appreciate you. And I praise you for your diligence and dedication, like sincerely, good for you. You know who you are. So thank you. Um, and that was actually all the questions I had. So just keep going, ladies. This course is just going to deepen as the course continues. We're going to move into so many more different topics as we move through this. They're all different. They're not, every module is a completely different topic. So what we're just doing is we're taking the module that we learned, and we're building on that the next week, right? We're just adding. And I give you that week so that you can take the modules that week, like this week, we just went through module 2. You can take this whole week to practice these, the neurovascular hold and the box breath and the um, working on the vagus nerve and toning and chanting and just trying on different things, meditating, whatever it is. And if you have the meditation pack, I highly encourage you, watch the meditations. I have 2 video meditations, 3 audio meditations, and I have like 4 or 5, I think, written meditations and prayers too, if you're someone who just wants to kind of sit in silence and read. So I have something for everybody, whether you're a visual audio learner or a reader. Definitely take time. It's just my little way of giving some support to these amazing tools. So continue doing the amazing your work you're doing. Don't be shy. Jump on the community. We have the community app there. So definitely make time to jump on the community app, talk to your fellow Vital Women Reset women that are on the app. Share your progress, share your wins, share your ahas, share your challenges. I really want this community to be something unique and special, because we're living in a different time right now, and there's so much polarity and there's so much strife in the world, and this is a sacred and safe space. So what a beautiful way to come together in community of women that are all have the same common goal, which is just to improve their lives and to live from more of a place of love and joy. And that's what we're here trying to cultivate. So please make sure, jump on the app and communicate. It's set up just like Instagram or Facebook would be set up, where you can comment, like, all the things. So definitely use that too, because that everybody gets that. I made sure that that was a feature that everybody would have access to. So if you have any questions, I'm always here. Feel free to jump on the wall, ask me questions. That's the best way. You can also email me at support@vitalwomanreset.com. But until next week, so I'll go live again next Thursday, same time, 1 o'clock. And if you have any questions that I can help you with, or you have anything you want to share, just like these wonderful women did, please do. I truly take the time to go through everything, and it means the world to me. So I hope you're all getting things out of this, and even this live and this Q&A. So peace and blessings to you all. Look forward to going to module 3 with you ladies and chatting with you next week. Bye.